Welcome, cheese lovers. Today we're going deep into the chemistry of cheese.
That's right. Get ready to uncover the science behind those amazing flavors.
From that creamy brie,
To that sharp cheddar.
we're going to break it all down.
And we're doing it with Cocktail Party Chemistry, episode 159, The Chemistry of Cheese. From milk to Mimolette.
So let's dive in.
Yeah.
Okay, first things first, we got to talk basic chemistry, right? What's actually happening when we turn milk into cheese?
It's pretty amazing. You're taking these basic components of milk, the proteins, the fats, and you're essentially concentrating them.
Okay.
And those milk proteins, like casein, they form these intricate structures that give cheese its texture.
So it's the casein that's making it all,
Yeah, it's a key player.
firm and gooey and everything in between.
Exactly. And then you've got the fats, which contribute to the creaminess, the richness, and a whole lot of flavor.
Oh, yeah. That's the good stuff.
It is.
But I know it's not as simple as just letting milk sit around, right? There's got to be more to it. What's the deal with rennet?
Rennet is essential. It's an enzyme that helps coagulate those milk proteins.
So it's like a little helper.
Like a sculptor, it carefully shapes those casein molecules into a solid mass, what we know as curds.
Curds, okay.
Yeah. Traditionally, rennet came from the stomach's calves, but these days we've got some cool alternatives.
Like what?
Microbial rennet, plant-based options.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's interesting from both a scientific and ethical standpoint.
Right? Makes you think. And that leads us to our next big player, bacteria and mold.
Yes.
Some people might think of these as cheese spoilers,
Right.
but I have a feeling they're actually the heroes of the story.
They are essential for some of our favorite cheeses. Different strains contribute to the unique characteristics of each cheese variety.
Like what? Give me an example.
Okay, that blue veining in Roquefort, that's Penicillium roqueforti mold, and the pungent aroma of Camembert. That's Penicillium camemberti at work.
Like each cheese have its own little microscopic world happening.
It's an amazing ecosystem.
Yeah. But that microbial action doesn't stop there, right? We got to talk aging.
Aging is where the magic truly happens. As cheese ripens, enzymes and those microorganisms continue to break down proteins and fats, creating those complex flavors.
So a young cheddar
Yeah,
might be mild and creamy,
right.
but after months or years of aging,
It becomes much sharper, more intense.
because those little bacteria have been busy.
Exactly. They're constantly working.
Incredible. And all of these factors, the milk, the rennet, the bacteria, the aging, they all come together to create this incredible diversity of cheese. Right?
Exactly. We're talking thousands of varieties worldwide, from soft brie to hard Parmesan. Each cheese has its own unique story.
Thousands. Wow. Talk about a cheese lover's paradise.
It is.
But with so many options, it can be a little overwhelming. Where do you even begin?
I always recommend a cheese tasting.
Oh, good idea.
Find a good cheesemonger.
Yeah, like a cheese sommelier?
Exactly. Ask for a selection that showcases different styles and milk types.
Okay, I like it. That's a great starting point. But before we all run off to the cheese aisle, let's dig a little deeper. What actually makes a cheddar a cheddar?
That's a perfect segue into part 2. We'll explore how milk, enzymes, and aging come together to create those unique and delicious cheeses we all know and love.
Welcome back. Ready to talk specific cheeses?
Absolutely. Let's get into the details.
All right, let's start with cheddar, a true classic.
Cheddar. Oh, yeah. I love cheddar. What makes it so special?
Well, it's not just the milk. Cheddar goes through this unique process called cheddaring.
Cheddaring, huh?
Yeah. After the curds are formed, they're cut, stacked, and pressed.
Okay.
And this helps expel the whey.
So you're basically squeezing out extra moisture.
Exactly. It concentrates the flavors and gives it that dense texture.
Oh, I see. So that's what gives it that firm bite.
Yes. And then the aging process begins. Those lactic acid bacteria get to work, breaking down lactose and proteins.
Creating that sharp tang. You got it. The longer it ages, the sharper it gets.
It's amazing how time can transform something so much.
It really is. Okay, let's switch gears. Let's talk about brie.
Ooh, brie. Soft, creamy, buttery. What's the secret there?
Brie is all about the mold, specifically Penicillium camemberti.
Mold. You mean like the stuff that grows on old bread?
Well, it's a specific type of mold. It forms that beautiful white rind and gives brie those earthy, mushroomy notes.
Wow, so it's actually adding flavor.
Absolutely. It's a key player in brie's unique character.
Fascinating. So we've got bacteria giving us sharp cheddar and mold giving us creamy brie. What about blue cheese? That one's a bit more intense, isn't it?
Blue cheese is definitely a strong flavor, and that comes from, you guessed it, more mold.
More mold.
Yep, Penicillium roqueforti this time.
Okay.
It's introduced during the cheese-making process and thrives inside the cheese, creating those blue veins.
So that's what gives it those pungent, almost spicy notes.
Exactly. It's a love it or hate it kind of cheese.
It's definitely an adventure for your taste buds.
It is, but with so many cheeses to choose from, it can be overwhelming. I always recommend a cheese tasting to explore.
Yeah, that's a fun idea. Find a cheesemonger who can guide you.
Right, someone who can help you discover new favorites.
So we've got bacteria, mold, aging. It's amazing how all these things contribute to such a wide variety of cheeses.
It's a complex interplay of factors. The type of milk, the region, the techniques, it all comes together to create something unique.
Speaking of unique, what about pairing cheese with other foods and drinks?
Ah, cheese pairing. That's a whole other art form. You can complement flavors, contrast textures, create whole cheese-themed meals.
Now you're talking. Give me some examples.
Well, that sharp cheddar we were talking about, it pairs beautifully with a crisp apple and a hoppy beer.
Okay, I like where this is going.
Or take a creamy brie. It's amazing with some crusty bread and a glass of sparkling wine.
Oh man, you're making me hungry. But before we all rush off to the cheese store, let's talk about this incredible diversity of cheese. Thousands of varieties, you said.
Thousands. It's a testament to human creativity and the power of those tiny microbes we've been discussing.
It's amazing how something as simple as milk can be transformed into so many different things.
It's a truly delicious world to explore. But speaking of exploration, are you ready to venture into the future of cheese making?
The future of cheese. I'm intrigued. What's next for the cheese world?
Well, let's just say science is pushing the boundaries of what's possible.
Oh?
In part 3, we'll delve into a world of innovation where technology and tradition collide.
All right, so we've talked about the basics of cheese making, and we've explored some of our favorite cheeses,
Uh-huh.
but now we're stepping into the future.
Yeah, the future of cheese.
Exactly. You mentioned science is pushing the boundaries.
Absolutely.
So what's on the horizon? What kind of innovations are we talking about here?
Well, let's think back to rennet for a second.
Okay.
That enzyme that's crucial for making those curds.
Right, right.
Scientists are now working on genetically engineered rennet,
Oh, wow.
produced by microorganisms instead of animals.
So we could have cheese made without any animal products.
Exactly. It opens up a whole new world, especially for vegans and people who are lactose intolerant.
That's pretty amazing. But it goes even further, right?
It does. Researchers are experimenting with actually tweaking the genetic makeup of those bacteria and molds we talked about.
Hold on. Tweaking the genes of bacteria and mold. What does that even mean for cheese?
Well, the goal is to create entirely new flavors and textures.
Whoa. So, like, could we have blue cheese that tastes like strawberries?
It's not quite that simple,
Okay.
but it is about understanding the science behind those microbial interactions
Uh-huh.
and using that knowledge to, create something totally new.
I see. So it's not just about crazy flavors, right? What else are they working on?
Well, they're also looking at ways to improve the nutritional content of cheese, maybe even boosting protein or reducing fat.
So we could have cheese that's both delicious and look for you.
Yeah.
But I imagine all this is causing a bit of a stir.
Oh, for sure. Some people are excited about the potential for new flavors and, more sustainable practices, but others are a little wary of, I guess you could say, lab-grown cheese.
I can understand that.
Yeah, it raises a lot of questions. It's complex.
It really makes you think about the future of food.
It does, and not just cheese either. We're seeing similar innovations with lab-grown meat, genetically modified crops. It's an exciting time to be a food enthusiast.
It sounds like we're on the verge of a food revolution. So, to wrap things up, what are the key takeaways from our cheesy deep dive?
Well, I hope everyone listening has learned to appreciate the science behind cheese making and that intricate dance of milk, enzymes, bacteria, and time.
Yeah, it's pretty incredible when you think about it.
It is, and I hope everyone's inspired to keep exploring the world of cheese, both the traditional and the innovative.
Absolutely. With a curious palate and an open mind.
Exactly.
So, cheese enthusiasts, there you have it. Go forth and enjoy your next cheese board with a newfound appreciation for the science and the art of cheese making. And who knows what the future holds? Maybe strawberry blue cheese isn't so far-fetched after all.